In this video, we will show you the advantages of refined tar-based sealants over asphalt sealants. You will see how refined tar-based sealants are professionally applied and who uses the sealants. This video will explain which sealant will last longer and which will need repairs in about a year. Refined tar-based sealants, formulated and applied according to ASTM specifications, are effective in protecting and extending the usable life of asphalt.
Hi, I'm Jim, and I just put in a new asphalt driveway, and I'm kind of wondering what's the best thing I can do to protect my investment.
You have to understand is that you literally just start off by saying that you spend $10,000 in an investment from a new asphalt surface. And a lot of times what I'll end up trying to tell people is to equate asphalt any different than an investment on your house, whether it needs to be painted or anything else. You need to maintain something in order to get the most out of that investment. When asphalt's placed, it looks wonderful, it's compacted, it's nice and it's black, and it's in really good shape. What we see though is after generally the period of a year's time, the sun will start to bleach or oxidize out that surface. And the goal for asphalt is, asphalt's very simple: sand, rock, asphalt, cement, comprised and compacted to form one surface. When the sun starts to beat upon that asphalt surface, it starts to pull what we call the light oils, or the actual asphalt binder cement, out of that mix, which can start to have some raveling, some cracks, things along those lines. So the goal of seal coating, whether it be a parking lot or a residential driveway, is you want to keep that asphalt-based binder in place and keep the water from penetrating the asphalt to get to the subbase and causing movement, cracks, potholes, things along those lines. So my educational side, when I talk to a customer, letting them know what we need to do, is that you've invested this $10,000 in the driveway, or you've invested $200,000 into this commercial parking lot. After generally 1 year to 2 years, it's time to start maintenance on it. And our form of maintenance is generally to suggest crack sealing first if there are small cracks. Again, the ultimate job of maintenance on the asphalt is to keep water from getting to the subbase. If water does get to the subbase, and here in our region in the Midwest, we have a lot of clay underneath the asphalt. We don't stabilize the base under the mix very well, other than clay. So if we get water into that clay, the clay becomes soft and it starts to move. And if you have traffic back on top of that, you're going to start to get cracks. And if the cracks develop and water continues to go through the cracks, that will lead eventually to potholes. We have horrible freeze thaw in the Midwest. And when that water freezes, it just pushes up and causes the cracks to open, which in turn cause potholes. So the first form of maintenance for us is to try to let people know that, look, simple crack sealing with a good hot rubberized crack sealing material will keep that water from getting to the subbase. Once the cracks are there, the asphalt, however, is still porous. And water, whether rain, irrigation systems, we face a lot of issues with irrigation. I think some people just think of rain, but on these commercial lots anymore, the irrigation system is running twice a day on a lot of them, from late March up until November sometimes. So if water is able to get through that asphalt in the subbase, it's going to keep the subbase soft, again causing failure. So we try to educate the customer that once you've done the crack sealing, it's recommended that you put a very good seal coat on top of the surface. And you know, I don't have any qualms to go back to the fact that the seal coating itself, to me, is a refined based sealant. Because it does the three things that we want it to do. We want it to keep the water out of it closes the pores of the asphalt to keep the water from getting to the subbase. It's also fuel resistant, oil resistant, because unlike an asphalt emulsion based seal, if I pour gas or oil on an asphalt based emulsion seal, it's going to eat right through that asphalt based emulsion seal and go right into the asphalt. To me, it's really doing the things that we don't want it to do. It's not protecting it from the three things that we need to, which is the water, the gasoline, and then the oxidation. When the sun hits that asphalt surface and the asphalt-based emulsion seals, it grays out. And again, I think aesthetics are very important in this. And with the refined-based tar, we don't have that issue at all. I can keep the water out of the subbase. I can provide a very nice, attractive, aesthetic appearance for the customers. And at the same time, any fuel or oil spills. You know, I tell people, if you had an asphalt parking lot, the last thing you'd want to do is take a 5-gallon pail of gasoline and go out and throw it on that surface. It would literally eat the asphalt away, causing, without question, failure. So a seal coat on top of that surface is going to protect that material from getting down into the asphalt. The refined tar-based product, it would keep that gasoline and let it run right across the top of the surface, where the asphalt-based emulsion seal would actually accept that gasoline, break it down, and then also go into the asphalt. So there's maintenance is very important. Seal coating is a great form of protecting your asphalt investment, and if it's done correctly and if it's done on a basis, we'll tell people that they're going to save 60% of the money spent over a 10, 15, 20-year period of time if they just do the maintenance on things. And they'll spend a third of the money to maintain it than they will to actually have to come out in 15 years and have to overlay that parking lot again. So seal coating is very viable, and the refined tar-based products to me are the best products to put on the ground to keep it that way. I also believe that the longevity of the product is based on the application, how it's applied, whether it's sprayed or whether it's squeegee applied. In our particular case, we like to squeegee apply the first coat to fill the pores of the asphalt, and then we spray apply a second coat, which is what we call a wear surface. And on a given parking lot, if that application's done correctly on a standard parking lot, I have no problem to tell a customer that we're going to garner at least 4 years out of it. And that's the nice thing about the refined based tars, is that, again, they'll keep their color for that period of time.
Hi, I'm Jeff Butler with Butler, Rosemary and Partners. I'm an architect, and we're an architectural firm. We've been in business about 32 years, and we've done projects all over the place, but in particular this region. Most all of the projects that we work on, the majority of them have asphalt parking lots. And those are a very cost-effective means of getting your parking lot built, but with that comes a requirement that you maintain it. We always recommend that we use a refined tar-based sealant on an ongoing maintenance basis on those parking lots, just to maintain the integrity of the parking lot and to make sure that it doesn't start deteriorating much more rapidly. Water, and particularly in this market, the freeze-thaw will deteriorate a parking lot quite rapidly. As long as someone takes and seals the cracks and puts a sealant on it, particularly within a couple of years of the initial installation of the lot, and then every 4 to 6 years after that, I think they're going to find, or at least we have found, that the parking lot will last and can last up to 30 to 40 years. When my clients ask me what to do with their new parking lot, my recommendation is after the first year or so that they go ahead and get a good sealant on it, and then stripe it, and then follow that up every 4 to 6 years, depending upon the wear and the traffic, with another coating of it. And if they keep doing that, and particularly dealing with the cracks that will occur with an asphalt parking lot, fill the cracks and seal the lot, it will make that lot last 20 to 30 years. In fact, the lot on one of my properties is now 30 years old, and it's still the original lot. So I can speak very highly of the product and recommend it.
Thanks for viewing this video. If you have any further questions, please ask your applicator. They will be more than happy to answer them.